Imagine you are standing in the middle of a dense forest, surrounded by countless small paths intersecting with each other. Some trails have footprints from those who have gone before, while others lead to places unknown. You look around, listening to the advice from others. Take this path, it's safer. That way seems more stable. It's best to follow what everyone else does. Meanwhile, a small trail with few footprints catches your curiosity. It's the path you truly want to take, but you're hesitant because no one can guarantee where it will lead. Life is much like this. From a young age, we are taught to observe, to learn from those around us, and to follow common standards to ensure a stable future. We grow up with a series of expectations from family, society, and even friends. We are encouraged to seek external validation, from school grades, work achievements, to likes and comments on social media. Gradually, we forget that the most important thing is not to please the world, but to understand ourselves. Have you ever felt like you're running after someone else's standards and forgotten what you truly want? Have you ever wondered if what you're chasing is really your dream, or just something society made you believe you should want? If the answer is yes, then it's time to stop, take a deep breath, and focus on yourself. Focusing on yourself doesn't mean being selfish or indifferent to the world. On the contrary, it's the most important step you can take to live a meaningful and fulfilling life. When you place yourself and your dreams at the center, you won't be distracted by unnecessary expectations, influenced by external pressures, and most importantly, you'll have the strength to persist in pursuing what truly matters to you. The problem is, most of us have never really learned how to focus on ourselves. From childhood, we are taught to observe others, to listen to the opinions of those around us in order to make decisions. There's nothing wrong with that, but when you always prioritize external factors, you gradually lose touch with your inner voice. You start comparing yourself to others, placing your happiness in the hands of others, and in the end, you're no longer sure about the path you want to take. The only way to break free from this cycle is to learn how to focus on yourself. That means you need to take the time to understand yourself, to figure out what really matters to you, and most importantly, you need the courage to pursue it, no matter what the world around you says. Think about someone you admire, maybe an artist, a successful entrepreneur, a great scientist, or simply someone you know in everyday life, someone who always does things their own way. What makes them different is not innate talent or better circumstances, but their ability to focus on themselves. They know what they want, they trust their path, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to turn their dream into reality. But how can you do that? How can you break free from distractions, overcome external barriers, and truly focus on yourself and your dreams? First, you need to learn to listen to yourself. In this noisy world, your inner voice is often drowned out by thousands of external opinions. Take time to be alone, write in a journal, meditate, or simply ask yourself, what do I really want? The answer might not come immediately, but if you are patient, it will gradually become clearer. Second, stop comparing yourself to others. Comparison is one of the biggest reasons you lose focus on yourself. When you constantly look at the lives of others, you may feel you're not good enough, not fast enough, or not successful enough. But the truth is, everyone has their own journey, and your job is not to go faster than others, but to persist on your own path. Third, accept that not everyone will understand or support you. When you begin to focus on yourself, there will be people who say you're selfish, too dreamy, or too different. That's normal, and you don't need to prove anything to them. Remember, every major change faces initial resistance, but if you persist, the results will speak for themselves. Finally, you need to take action. No focus is truly meaningful without action. Once you've figured out what you want, make a plan, set goals, and take one step at a time. Don't wait for perfection. Don't wait until you feel ready, because the truth is, no one ever feels completely ready. Only by starting can you create real change. This book is not a theoretical guide, but a reminder for you to return to yourself, to recognize that the most important thing in life is not living according to someone else's expectations, but having the courage to pursue your own path. When you focus on yourself, you not only have the opportunity to turn your dream into reality, but you can also inspire those around you, become the best version of yourself, and most importantly, Live a life you truly love. Now it's time to stop looking at others, stop listening to unnecessary opinions, and start your journey of focusing on yourself. Because no one else but you can decide the path you'll take. Part 1, why you need to focus on yourself. People have a natural tendency to seek external validation. From a young age, we learn to listen to the opinions of our parents, teachers, friends, and those around us. Gradually, the comments, expectations, and judgments of others become a part of our thinking, influencing how we perceive ourselves and direct our lives. This is not necessarily bad, as society functions based on connections between people. However, when we pay too much attention to the outside, we can easily lose focus on our own life. We become a version of ourselves shaped to fit others' expectations, rather than living in the way we truly desire. Each person has a limited amount of time and energy. When you spend most of your focus on external factors, you become influenced by things that are not truly important. You worry about how others perceive you, try to please everyone, and prioritize things that society deems necessary, but forget the most important question: what truly matters to me? Without focusing on yourself, you don't have enough time or mental energy to explore what you truly want, to develop essential skills, or to build a life in the way you envision it. If you observe closely, you will notice two types of people in life. One group consists of those who are always looking outward. They get caught up in events, news, others' opinions, and the standards imposed by society. They are easily influenced, often compare themselves to others, and frequently feel insecure. The other group is made up of those who know how to focus on themselves. They understand what they want, they aren't swayed by others' expectations, and most importantly, they are in control of the direction of their lives. The difference between these two groups of people lies not in their circumstances, talents, or opportunities, but in how they use their focus. Focusing on yourself doesn't mean isolating yourself from the world. It means actively choosing what information to pay attention to and only giving your energy to things that truly have value for you. When you focus on yourself, you can see more clearly your strengths, weaknesses, what makes you happy, and what drains your energy. You can make decisions based on your true values, rather than simply reacting to what is happening around you. One of the most common mistakes people make is thinking that focusing on themselves is selfish. In reality, when you don't give enough attention to yourself, you can easily lose direction, become stressed, and lack the energy to contribute to what really matters. On the other hand, when you place yourself at the center, you will have the strength to grow, to build the life you desire, and from there you can contribute more to those around you. There is an important rule in life: what you focus on will grow. If you spend your time focusing on others' problems, you will become someone who is always worried about things that aren't your concern. If you focus on others' judgments, you will gradually lose your sense of self and forget what is truly important to you. If you spend too much time following the success of others, you will forget to create your own path. Conversely, if you focus on yourself, your goals, and what helps you grow, you will gradually create positive change. Focusing on yourself doesn't mean ignoring everything around you, but prioritizing the right things. When you focus on yourself, you can improve your skills, train your mindset, improve your health, and develop your career in a sustainable way. When you know what's important to you, you will no longer be distracted by things that are not valuable. You will stop comparing yourself to others because you understand that everyone has their own journey. And the most important thing is to improve on who you were yesterday. One of the greatest benefits of focusing on yourself is that you will have more time to develop inner strength. Instead of spending your energy worrying about things beyond your control, you can use that time to learn, work, and refine the skills you need. When you are not distracted by external factors, you will work more efficiently, stay more focused, and as a result, you can achieve your goals faster. Successful people are not those who start out in the best circumstances, but those who know how to focus on what is important. They don't pay attention to unnecessary criticism, they don't waste time on meaningless debates, and they don't get caught up in events that have no value. Instead, they spend their time training, taking action, and persisting in pursuing their goals. The truth is, if you don't focus on yourself, there are many things out there ready to steal your attention. Useless information, imposed standards, unrelated events, unsuitable advice. All of these can cause you to go off course if you don't know how to filter them. To avoid this, you need to set clear boundaries. Limits on the things you take in, limits on the people you listen to, and limits on the time you spend on things that don't add value. No one can control your life better than you. When you stop seeking recognition from others and begin focusing on yourself, you will realize that you have more capabilities than you ever thought. You can learn, change, and achieve things you once thought were impossible. You don't have to please everyone. You don't have to live by someone else's standards. The only thing you need to do is figure out what truly matters to you and persist in pursuing it. Each person only has one life, and the only way to live it fully is to focus on what truly matters. When you focus on yourself, you will no longer be swept up in things beyond your control. You will have the initiative, clarity, and most importantly, the strength to create the life you truly desire. It all starts with one simple decision. Choose to place yourself at the center and stop letting the outside world control you. Part 2, breaking free from invisible boundaries. Have you ever felt like you want to do something, but then hesitate, worrying about what others might think? Have you ever felt like you're stuck, unable to move forward due to some invisible fear? If your answer is yes, you're not alone. Most people are bound by barriers they don't even realize. The worst part is that these barriers aren't physical walls, but limitations in our minds. We are controlled by outdated thoughts, the expectations of others, the fear of failure, and deeply ingrained habits. But when you realize that these constraints are just illusions, you will have the power to break them and move forward. The first and most common constraint is the expectations of others. From a young age, we are taught to please our parents, teachers, and society. We are guided to believe that a good life is one that is stable, safe, has status, and is recognized. However, the problem is that these standards don't always fit each individual. Everyone has different dreams, talents, and interests, but many people force themselves to follow a path they don't truly want. When you try to live according to others' expectations, you will soon realize that no matter how hard you try, you can't please everyone. Life is not a test where you need to score the highest based on someone else's standards. The only thing you need to do is be honest with yourself, understand what truly matters to you, and have the courage to live on your own terms. The second constraint is the fear of failure. Failure is always accompanied by uncertainty, and people tend to fear things they cannot control. We often worry that if we try and fail, others will laugh, judge, or think that we are not good enough. But the truth is, all successful people have failed before, and not just once. If you look at anyone who has achieved something significant, you will see that they went through countless failures before reaching success. The issue isn't how many times you fail, but whether you dare to continue. If you fear failure so much that you are afraid to start, you will never have the chance to truly move forward. The next constraint is comparing yourself to others. We live in an age where anyone can see others' lives with just a tap on their phone. Images of success, perfect lives, and achievements make us feel like we're not good enough, not fast enough, not successful enough. But the problem is that what you see is not always the truth. Social media only shows you the best moments, the most prominent successes, but never shows you the failures, the quiet efforts, or the moments of self-doubt that everyone has experienced. If you keep comparing yourself to what others show, you will never feel enough. The only way to break free from this cycle is to stop looking outside and start focusing on yourself. Success is not about moving faster than someone else. It's about progressing beyond who you were yesterday. Another constraint that keeps many people stuck is the negative thoughts formed long ago. Perhaps in the past, someone told you that you're not good enough, that you don't have the ability, that you'll never do anything great. Maybe you failed once and you told yourself you weren't capable. These thoughts act like an automatic program in your mind, making you believe that you can't change, that you can't go any further. But what you need to understand is that thoughts are not facts. Just because you think you can't do something doesn't mean you truly can't. You can completely change the way you think, And when you change your thoughts, you will change your actions, which in turn changes your life. Finally, the biggest constraint that many don't realize is the habit of procrastination. Procrastination is the way our brain protects us from discomfort and uncertainty. When faced with a big goal, we often tend to think we will do it later, when we have more time or feel more ready. But the truth is, there is no perfect time. If you wait until you're ready, you'll never start. The only way to break the cycle of procrastination is to take action immediately, even if it's just a small step. When you start, you create momentum. And when you have momentum, you will continue to move forward. These invisible constraints do not come from the outside, but from our own thoughts. We are bound not because the world imposes limits on us, but because we believe in those limits. When you realize that all these barriers are just illusions you've created yourself, you will be able to break them. You will no longer worry about what others think because you understand that your life is not meant to please anyone else. You will no longer fear failure because you know failure is just part of the learning process. You will no longer compare yourself to others because you know that what matters most is your own development. You will no longer believe in negative thoughts because you understand that you can change anytime. And you will no longer procrastinate because you realize that taking action right now is the only way to move forward. Breaking free from invisible constraints is not something you can do in a day. It is an ongoing process that requires awareness, persistence, and determination. But once you achieve it, you will feel lighter, freer, and stronger. You will have enough space to explore yourself, pursue what truly matters to you, and live a life you truly desire. When you are no longer bound by the limits you've created for yourself, you will realize that the world is full of opportunities and you can seize them all. The only thing you need to do is trust yourself and dare to move forward. Part 3, building a strong mindset to pursue your dreams. Imagine you are standing before a long road that leads to the goal you have always desired. You know exactly what you want, but as soon as you start walking, doubts begin to arise. You wonder if you have what it takes, whether you can make it to the end of the road. There are times when you feel full of motivation, but there are also moments when you hesitate, thinking about giving up. This is why a strong mindset is the most important factor in helping you pursue your dreams to the end. It's not about talent nor where you start, but your mindset that will determine how far you can go. A strong mindset is not an innate trait, it's something you can develop. It begins with understanding that success is not the result of luck or innate ability, but rather the result of persistence, continuous effort, and the ability to overcome challenges. The people who achieve big goals in life are not those who have never faced difficulties, but those who know how to confront and overcome them. If you want to pursue your dreams, you need a mindset that keeps you moving forward even when things don't go as planned. The first thing you need to change in your mindset is how you view failure. Many people see failure as the end, as proof that they're not good enough. But in reality, failure is just a part of the learning process. If you observe successful people, you will see that they fail more often than most, but they don't let it stop them. They see failure as an opportunity to adjust their strategy, learn from their mistakes, and come back stronger. If you want to achieve your goals, you need to change how you think about failure. Instead of viewing it as something negative, see it as an essential lesson on your journey. A strong mindset also requires you to control your negative thoughts. During the pursuit of your dreams, there will be times when you feel discouraged, doubt yourself, and question whether you're on the right path. These negative thoughts are normal, but the issue is not letting them control you. When you allow negative thoughts to dominate, you lose motivation, procrastinate, and eventually give up on your goals. The only way to overcome this is by training yourself to control your thoughts. When a negative thought arises, ask yourself, is this really true? Do I have any evidence that I can't do this? Often, the fears and doubts only exist in your mind, and if you learn how to control them, you'll be able to keep moving forward. In addition to controlling negative thoughts, you also need to cultivate a flexible mindset. Many people give up on their dreams not because they aren't capable, but because they aren't willing to adapt to changes. In any journey, things won't always go as planned, and unexpected obstacles will appear. If you have a rigid mindset, you will easily be knocked down when faced with difficulty. But if you have a flexible mindset, you'll know how to adjust, find solutions, and keep moving forward. Successful people aren't those who never face challenges, but those who know how to adapt and find a new way when needed. Another important element of a strong mindset is the ability to maintain perseverance. In life, many people have ideas and dreams, but only a few truly pursue them to the end. The main reason is not that they lack ability, but because they lack perseverance. When you start a long journey, there will be times when you feel demotivated, when progress feels too slow, and when you feel like you're heading in the wrong direction. This is when perseverance becomes crucial. You need to remember that success doesn't come overnight. It's the result of consistent effort. If you keep moving forward bit by bit, you'll gradually get closer to your goal. One of the best ways to maintain perseverance is by setting small, clear goals. When you have a big goal, it may feel too distant and difficult to achieve. But if you break it down into smaller, specific steps, it will feel much more manageable. Each time you complete a small step, you'll feel motivated to keep going. Gradually, step by step, you will get closer to your dream without feeling overwhelmed. A strong mindset not only helps you achieve your goals, but also enables you to enjoy the journey. When you have the right mindset, you won't worry too much about obstacles, you won't fear failure, and you won't doubt yourself. You'll feel more confident, proactive, and ready to face any challenge. Most importantly, you'll feel happier because you'll know you are walking the path you truly desire. Building a strong mindset isn't something you can do in a single day, but if you start now, you'll gradually become a stronger version of yourself. Each day, remind yourself that you can control your thoughts, you can learn from failure, you can adapt to change, and you can persist until the end. As you practice this mindset every day, you will start to see the difference. You won't be hindered by fear or doubt, and you will have the strength to keep pursuing your dream. Mindset is the foundation of all success. If you have a strong mindset, no challenge can defeat you, no failure can make you quit, and no barrier can prevent you from achieving what you desire. It all starts with how you think. If you believe you can, if you are willing to take action, and if you don't let obstacles stop you, then nothing is impossible. The journey to pursuing your dreams is not an easy road, but with the right mindset, you will have the strength to reach the end of it. Part 4: Persistent action to make your dreams a reality. Everyone has dreams. Some want to become artists, some want to build a solid career, and some want to travel the world to experience new things. But what sets apart the few who achieve their dreams is not that they are luckier or more talented, but because they know how to take action. You can spend hours thinking about what you want, but if you don't do something every day to move closer to your goal, your dream will remain just an idea in your head. There are no shortcuts to success, and no one will come to help you make your dreams come true except for yourself. Sadly, many people give up on their dreams simply because they feel it's too far out of reach. They think they need a perfect plan, need to wait for the right time, or need to have everything in place before they begin. But the truth is, no one ever feels completely ready. If you wait for the ideal moment, you'll never start. The best time to take action is right now, in the moment when you still feel anxious, when you don't have everything in your hands. Because action isn't the result of readiness, it's the cause that creates readiness. The more you do, the more you understand, and the further you will progress. One of the biggest mistakes many people make is thinking they need to take giant steps to achieve success. But in reality, no one can do that instantly. Success doesn't come from a breakthrough. It comes from small steps taken repeatedly every day. Top athletes are not naturally better than others. They simply practice every day. Successful people in their careers are not inherently more talented. They just work consistently, constantly improving themselves. When you act persistently, even if it's just a small step each day, you are laying the foundation for your success. But action isn't just about starting. It's also about maintaining. This is where many people fail. They start with great enthusiasm, but when they don't see immediate results, they get discouraged and give up. This happens because they expect success to come faster than it actually does. But every journey has its tough beginning where you don't see the results yet, where you have to do a lot with clear outcomes. If you can get through this stage, if you can keep working without expecting immediate results, you will achieve what others cannot. An important factor that helps you sustain action is having a system rather than just relying on motivation. Motivation is something that can easily change. Today you may feel full of energy, but tomorrow you may feel discouraged. If you only act when you're motivated, you will never achieve anything significant. But if you have a system, a daily routine, whether you feel inspired or not, you will keep moving forward without relying on fleeting emotions. When you make action an essential part of your life, you won't have to force yourself to work. It will become a natural habit. The journey to pursuing your dreams also comes with plenty of rejection and failure. Things won't always go as planned, and you won't always achieve the results you desire. But instead of seeing failure as a reason to stop, see it as an inseparable part of the journey. If you keep moving forward despite the failures, you will grow stronger, gain a clearer understanding of the path you're on, and have more opportunities to succeed. Another important factor that helps you sustain action is patience. We live in a world where people expect instant results, but truly valuable things never come quickly. When you plant a tree, you can't expect it to bear fruit in just a few days. You must nurture it, water it, wait, and let time do its part. Your dream is the same. If you persevere, if you continue working every day without giving up, you will see the results over time. Finally, action doesn't mean acting blindly. You need to learn how to evaluate and adjust. If one approach doesn't work, try another. If one direction doesn't lead anywhere, be ready to change. Success doesn't just come from perseverance, it also comes from flexibility. You don't need to stick rigidly to one plan. The important thing is that you keep moving forward. No one else can do this for you. No one will come and push you every day. No one will hold your hand and lead you to success. Only you can decide whether you are ready to take action. If you truly want to make your dream a reality, you must start now. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to have all the perfect conditions. You just need to dare to step forward. And as you keep stepping forward every day, you will realize that success is not a destination, but a journey that you can only begin with persistent action. Part 5, enjoying the journey and becoming the best version of yourself. If success is simply achieving a goal, then why do some people reach the top and still feel empty? If everything is about achieving something, why do some have everything in their hands but still can't find satisfaction? The answer lies in how they view the journey itself. Many people spend their whole lives chasing a specific outcome and forget that what truly matters is not the destination, but how they traveled the road. When you focus too much on the result without learning to enjoy the process, you will always feel lacking, always thinking you need more to be happy. But if you appreciate every step you take, every challenge you overcome, every moment you grow, you will realize that true success is not the final point, but the process of growth you've gone through. One of the biggest mistakes many people make is thinking that they can only feel happiness when they achieve their goal. But that's not true. If you can't find joy in the journey, you won't find happiness when you reach the destination either. Because as soon as you achieve one goal, you'll set another goal and another, and that cycle will never end. Instead of waiting for happiness to come when you achieve something, learn to enjoy every step of the way. The reality is that most of our lives are not about moments of success, but the days of effort that bring us closer to it. If you only anticipate the final result, you will miss the most wonderful experiences of the journey. Focusing on yourself and your dream is not just about achieving something, but also about becoming a better version of yourself. When you pursue what you truly desire, you don't just change your external life, you also change who you are inside. You learn perseverance, how to face failure, how to control your thoughts and emotions. You become a stronger, wiser person, and you gain the ability to master your life. Success is not about how much you achieve, but about how much you've grown in the process. Enjoying the journey doesn't mean you don't have to put in effort or have goals. It means you know how to balance moving forward and appreciating what you have. You don't always have to feel pressure. You don't always have to feel like you're not good enough. Be grateful for what you've achieved, cherish what you're doing, and continue to grow without feeling like you're in a race with anyone else. When you do this, you will feel lighter, freer, and more motivated to continue pursuing your dreams. Most importantly, remember that success is not a fixed standard. Society may offer a definition of success, but that doesn't mean you have to follow it. True success is when you feel content with your life, when you know you're on the right path, when you can look back and have no regrets about what you've done. You don't have to live according to anyone else's standards. You just need to define what truly matters to you and pursue it wholeheartedly. Conclusion: take charge of your life. No one can live your life for you. No one can decide where your life is headed except for you. If you don't focus on yourself and your dream, others will impose their path on you. If you don't know what truly matters to you, you will be swept away by the expectations of others. But if you dare to place yourself at the center, dare to pursue what you truly want, you will be able to create a life that feels meaningful. Life is not a series of days spent waiting. No one knows what the future holds, and no one can guarantee that another opportunity will come. The only thing you can control is today. You can't change the past, but you can decide how you act in the present. You can't predict the future, but you can build it by doing the right things, starting now. If you wait too long, if you let fear control you, if you don't dare to take action, you'll look back and realize that you've wasted too much time. There will be days when you feel exhausted, moments when you doubt yourself, and times when you want to give up. But remember, anyone who has achieved something great has gone through that feeling. The only thing that makes them different is that didn't stop. When you feel like giving up, remember why you started. When you feel lost, return to your core values. When you feel unmotivated, remember that every step, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to the life you desire. Your journey won't be perfect, but it will be yours. You may not know exactly how everything will unfold, but you can be sure of one thing. If you persevere, if you continue moving forward, if you never stop growing, you will get to where you want to be. And when you look back, you will not only see what you've achieved, but also a stronger, independent, and passionate version of yourself. This world is full of opportunities, but only you can seize them. Your future is not decided by anyone else. It is created by you. You can keep waiting, or you can start now. You can worry about what may happen, or you can take action to master your life. No one but you can live this life for you. So place yourself at the center, pursue your dream, and do it with all your heart. When you focus on yourself, when you are not distracted by things that don't matter, when you put all your energy into growing and moving forward, you will realize that nothing is impossible. There is no better time to start than now. No one else can do this for you. Take a moment, breathe deeply, look within, and decide that nothing will hold you back anymore. You don't need to wait for anyone's recognition. You don't need to worry about what others think. You only need to dare to live true to yourself, to pursue what truly matters to you. And when you do that, you won't just make your dream a reality, but you will also inspire others, becoming a living proof that anyone can achieve anything if they truly focus on themselves and never give up.